Start driving the Škoda EPIQ in and around Porto in Portugal. Here, by the way, normal brakes for the stop sign is actually necessary. You can set the recuperation levels. There are actually two levels available. First of all, standard. Let's see how standard reacts. So standard is like this. Hardly any recuperation. And then you can also set it here to, let's see, recuperation then high. Don't have any pedals here or so on where I have to adjust that. It can only be possible then here in the entertainment system, and here high. Even that is not really strong, but important as a quick info in between. There is a possibility to have more recuperation here. You just switch it here in the very front. So this shifting lever, you can switch between D and B. And if you're actually in the B mode, it does stop until 0. So this is a true one pedal driving here, going downhill. And even when I'm going downhill here, stops until 0 and with hard recuperation. As I said, in the interior part, the good seating comfort is really helpful, especially because you have this shoulder support in the top part that takes weight off your lower back. It's a very agile city car, nice steering. It's not super light. You can also set it in the sport mode a little bit harder than. As I said, a nice high cold seat, seat and also steering wheel material. And to steer is very likable because there's no dead zone area. You have good reactions from the steering wheel as for that. And you feel like you would be driving, let's say, a somewhat sporty vehicle. Why? Lower center of gravity. That helps, although it's of course heavy for a small car due to the battery. The battery is almost at 300 kilograms in both cases. That's normal then, for these kind of electric vehicles. But still, it feels really sporty. We have already driven the VW Polo in a super agile way, and this is the same platform, and the same will also.
People are like, what the fuck is this?
They're like, yeah.
Because we have the special.
Yeah, the Bugs Bunny Easter eggs paint. And they're like, whoa, what is going on here? So.
Is it for Easter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it when I'm sitting in the vehicle, so I wasn't really aware of that. But people are looking like, what? Yeah, that's will probably be my reaction also as well when I see it from from the exterior. Also here how the throttle is being applied, or the let's say accelerator pedal. Here's like a more narrow city surrounding and so on. We'll also soon drive a little bit quicker. We can also give you like the first real range estimations and so on, but it feels really agile and quick in the city. So
it's a perfect use case for this car.
Yeah, it's perfect use case. Indeed, Lia's absolutely right. It's a lot of fun to drive it around. It's spontaneous in the acceleration.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. Good. 7.4 seconds in the acceleration figure. And yeah, maybe I can drive a little bit more agile quite soon, because that's always the thing, especially with the electric vehicles. So sometimes she says that she's not feeling so well, when you're a passenger and then you're throwing around this electric vehicle with the battery in the corners and so on. So let's see about that later on. But so far, she seems well. Yeah. So that's a good sign. And I already had it in the VW Polo that it feels sportier than it actually looks.
And you didn't drive that one, right?
No, that was you weren't with that event actually. But that's the same here. He has a similar driving feeling. It's the same platform. Yes, you sit a little bit higher here, but it's really astonishingly agile. That's so much fun to drive it here around, and even in the city. That's the cool thing about this vehicle, you're not so high in the price in comparison to maybe other electric vehicles, and you already have a lot of fun. At the same time, I would not say that you lose driving fun with going with the SUV version of this one here. So I'm really enjoying just the city drive of this one, and everything comes so effortless as for that. 18-inch wheels we have here, so yeah, driving through these potholes is fine. There is no special suspension technology behind this one here. You also heard that we have the torsion beam in the rear, which then again gives us more space in the trunk area. But so far, I don't feel much negative effect from that. I would say suspension feeling and comfort is fine. It feels like it is everything like a rounded package. This car feels complete. It feels like they have thought this thing through. Rear-wheel drive is of course always fun. We have that in the ID.3 or the Cupra Raval and in the Škoda EPIQ and in the Škoda EPIQ and so on. But you can easily also live with that front-wheel drive here. You know, of course, at some point when you're like, let's say it's raining and you hammer the throttle completely, then again maybe it's.
The kid was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids probably love this exterior paint. So yeah, maybe at some point you will then feel the difference between front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive will always be more fun, I feel. But however, because this platform here is, please, as if you could hear me, right? Yeah. So there we go. It's so much fun to drive, and I'm not really missing the rear drive that much because the car itself feels so extremely agile. That's the cool thing here about, let's say, already starting here with the city drive. Now we do some motorway. Click the lower button, go to the sport mode for the acceleration, starting on 40 kilometers an hour. Let's do 40 till 90. Let's go. Oh, that's it. Woo! Gotta say though,
What
maybe
was that?
yeah, maybe that's the thing about the front wheel drive. It is powerful already from the acceleration, but that is a difference to where I would be accelerating with the rear wheel drive. And I also felt that would be more with Polar. I think it was a little bit more stable. Not sure if it's like the application for that, but definitely one of the downsides from having the front wheel drive only. So yeah, gotta be in control of your steering there, definitely. So yeah, but the acceleration itself is really good, very quick. Also accelerating onto the motorway. Here, let's see if we can drive a little bit quicker also. So here about 90 kilometers an hour. So far, also not too loud. Won't be the most silent vehicle on the road, I guess. Maybe at a later stage we can also drive on the German Autobahn then at even higher speeds. Here also probably a little bit more. I think speed unlock is coming soon there. From wind noise, I think it's okay. But from the front windshield, it's could be a little more silent, right?
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
yeah. I think so too. So the first time I have this one here also on the motorway, this platform. With the Polo, it was more like countryside driving and so on. So suspension again is really stable, feels good, calm and collected. And let's also see if we can do a lane change then from left to the right. Let's see how it behaves here at just about like 90 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour. Yeah, really nice. So once again, the driving agility is the best thing about this car. Feels really calm and collected, centered. A little bit of wind squeaking here from the side mirror. Could also be related to the wrap as well. Not sure about that. But yeah, indeed, on the motorway, I would have wished that it's maybe a little bit more silent from the front windshield area. The tarmac itself here, however, is also quite rough. It always depends also which tarmac you are actually driving on. On the positive note, once again, how settled it feels here also on the motorway. And then even when you're at 90 or 100 kilometers an hour, there's still something coming from the acceleration, you know, so you always have a good power reserve as well. And also here, so much fun to drive. Yeah, Leah, at some point also like, you're driving like crazy.
You're driving too fast.
You're driving, yeah, like know me, like you're driving too fast, you're driving too fast. Yeah, I think it is really tempting because the power is always there. The car feels so agile that you kind of like always a little bit tempted to drive somewhat even a little bit crazier. And also interesting here, activate the travel assist now. So it's not only keeping the distance, but also keeping the car in the lane. And so far, very smooth application. Travel assist 3.0 means here also with semi-autonomous lane change here. The car did that itself basically. I just initiated that. So travel assist, assistance systems, next level. There's also blind spot monitor, project into the side mirrors. And it can even stop at the red traffic light or at the stop sign inside the city.